Hi everyone, it's Cindy. I'm here today with a little Thrifty Thursday, Thrifty Connects. I do have a thrift haul, but I also have just some stuff. Like I got a good little, I had like a couple little things that I have wanted to get for a bit, and I just kind of got them because I felt like I needed a little pick-me-up. So maybe it's a little bit of retail therapy. So I wanted to share these with you because I think they're fun things. They're creative things that you guys might be inspired by. This is not to enable you to buy them, but just to show them to you because I think they're kind of fun. Also to support artists because I think I got stuff from artists mainly to show you. So I got this Natalie book, her sticker book. These are just lovely. So she's an artist that I've loved for a really long time. She makes beautiful things. There she is here. She studied fashion in Paris. She lives and works in France. She's of Chinese and German heritage, and she's just eclectic and cool. She's like into like nature, textiles, childhood things, fairy tale things. She's very up my particular alley. So yeah, this is a lovely book. So these are all stickers. And really fun pages in between. So we have animals, some floral, and these are little flowery bits here and there. Just her beautiful illustrations. I love this sticker book because it's not AI. It is an artist, a real artist's work, not slop. I'm so over it. I love these. I think they're so cute. The ones that are in the middle that go over the seam, they are not a sticker, but all the other ones are. These are the best. These octopi, I love them. And these fish, these remind me, my mother had 3 aqua colored fish like this on her bathroom wall, like all while I was growing up. So oceany stuff and more florals. I love that all the pages in between are different too, because the paper itself is useful. Kind of like a teacup feeling page. Alice. A little more Alice-y feeling things, but not. So cute. Tea party. Puppies and kitties. More kitties. All sorts of fun anthropomorphic animals and some fun mews and woofs. In other words, but more puppies and kitty cats and hearts. Some holiday, like kind of like sentiments. That's nice. Butterflies. And that beautiful spread of flowers. These beautiful stickers. Lots of good focal points in here and very unique. Because again, artist, not AI slop. So good. Naturey, beautiful. These are these, yeah, these are full page-ish stickers. These ones are broken up. Actually, no, they're not. They're individual stickers. You could actually pull pages out though and use the whole sheet as a sticker if you wanted to. This is a full, nope, mushrooms, they are not full. Oh, that's so cute. See, like this, I would probably pull the whole thing out and use the whole thing as a sticker. Or even as a page. Because that's the cool thing, these are like really easy to pull the whole, like, signature out. A little toad, actually a frog. Frames. Some dolls and other nice illustrations. It's just like if you could turn one of your favorite artists' sketchbooks into a sticker book is how I feel about this, because I love her work. I have some of her other books that she's created. I've got some like other kind of products that have been made with her art, and I love her work. I think she's brilliant. So many pretties. And like recurring cool themes. You can tell she likes to draw anthropomorphic animals, which I appreciate. and botanicals. Bun, so cute, and a hedgehog. Well, that's pretty. Yeah, so what a lovely sticker book, right? I think that'll be a nice option for like focal points and things. Okay, guys, so I may have pulled the trigger on something here. So Sarah Renee Clark is the creator of the color cubes. And for those of you who've been around for my color cuber videos that I've made using her color cubes, she has re-released her set of color cubes. And basically she's such a product designer, product manager type of creative, which I relate to because that's totally the job that I do in my real life. That she basically has improved her product and expanded on it. She is scaling as an artist, and that's really cool to see. So when she first released her two color cubes, they were in the paper boxes you've probably seen me use, and I love them. So that being said, she has now re-released them in wooden boxes, and also she has created two new cubes with all new cards in them. So to my understanding, the original two color cube sets that have been re-released, I think she has retired some of the cards, created I think 16 maybe new cards for the collection, but the major change that she made is that the boxes are made from wood, and she's put tabbed like theme tabs in them. So like, you know, maybe like lifestyle, you know, there'll be a tab that says that, or food and drink or something, so like they can be categorized. So the other thing she's done is she's released two new cubes on top of her old cubes to provide two new boxes of colorways. So look at this cool cardboard, first of all. So this was shipped to me from Australia, despite Sarah being an American artist, and I suspect it's probably to deal with all the nonsense being caused by the Netter's tariffs. I'm going to keep this cardboard. Maybe we could do something really cool with that. So I only purchased volume 3 and volume 4. So the two new volumes, I have a distinct rule about not rebuying anything ever. Like I guess I could sell the old ones if I wanted to. I think some people had complaints that like the paper box, like it wouldn't close properly or something. I have not had that issue at all. So I only purchased the new cubes, and that's all I want and need. So nicely boxed, and here they are, and they are so cool because they are on, and I will show them to you a little better here. I'm just trying to get them into the big box. They are on like a black theme instead of a white theme background, and I really think that's awesome. So they're very well packaged. They come in like this, you know, this official color cube box, which you probably can't see so well, but like, you know, she has designed the packaging, which is really cool. So hashtag color cube with a U, or at Sarah Renee Clark. That's how you can learn more about these. I am not sponsored. I am just a fan of the color cubes. So these two are the new ones, and aren't they just lovely? So these boxes are wooden, which is really great. So I will keep them with my other two that are paper. I understand that there are some people who are like, I need all things to be like consistent or samesies in my my life. I'm not one of those people. These for me are not aesthetic. They are aesthetic, but they're not for aesthetics. They're for functional, like art making. I love using them. I think they're a lot of fun. So let's open this up. And it's cool because she's also wrapped them. I don't remember if the initial ones are wrapped in this way. I got the initial ones from my my local scrapbook store. These ones I directly ordered from Sarah Renee Clark's website, and they were shipped pretty quickly despite coming from Australia. Australian Post was really awesome. So she's wrapped them in these. So this cube contains 250 premium color palette cards, 11 collection index cards with tabs. So that's what I was talking about. Instruction card with tab and sticker with the volume number. So then like she's got collections here. Cakealicious, Cyberpunk, Fantasy, Pastel Tones, Vintage Vibes, Into the Woods, Architecture, Juicy Fruits, Bugs and Butterflies, Wedding Bliss, and Signature Drinks. So those will be kind of like the photographs that you will see on the cards, because see they're a color palette with like a photo that inspired the color palette, right? And then the thing is, you can, you know, she says, find your perfect color palette in 3 easy steps. Pick a card you like, match your supplies to the colors, and start creating with confidence. And then she shows you like the color name, the hex code, the tints and shades, so like a shade lighter and a shade darker. She gives you some fun palette ideas, and then she talks about the 4 color cube volumes and what is in each one and how it's grouped. And then she's even got a digital world of color here. Start now for free, colorcompanion.com. So I don't know anything about colorcompanion.com. I haven't checked it out. So let's just take a look. I suspect I'm probably not even really going to make use of the tabs because something that I just love about these is that there's a randomness to it. And when I pick a card for my Color Cubers video series, I don't know what I'm going to get. So yeah, I'm not really concerned about it. So these, I would say, are very nicely built. They feel very similar to the other boxes to me, and I think while they are wooden, I'd say they're not painted, they are paper covered wood. So for me, it feels a lot like paper still, but it's wood in there. So this will be the tabs, as mentioned, and you can choose to put them, you know, where you want, but they do show you a preview of all the cards and the numbers of the cards. I don't think I'm going to use them. I'll keep them in the box if I ever want to, but I kind of like the idea that I don't know that the next 10 cards are all going to be cyberpunk or drinks or forest or whatever her themes are. I like that I don't know that, because I think it may influence me to choose cards in a certain way if I know that. So that being said, like, let's take a look at, you know, an example card. So this is volume 4. So here's an example of card 842. That's a really pretty palette, reds and pinks, and then it's the same as the others with the colors, the names, the hex codes, and then the palettes. So I know on her she does have a YouTube channel. She did a video that was called something like I canceled my best-selling product or something, and then she did a follow-up on these cubes, you know, to talk about what she's done and how she's upgraded them, and she's, I think, kind of amping up her you know, marketing and discussion on these, because I think they kind of went, I mean, I think they did go viral. I would say they were, you know, she sold a ton of them. I would say that they've been a really good business adventure for her. And I say adventure, not venture, because this is just, they're so creative and fun, and I really like them. I think it's a lot of fun. I like creating ephemera using them. I like using them to just kind of expand my thought process on a few things from time to time. And yeah, so I'm going to take both these seals off. I don't need them. I'm going to keep one, but I don't need to keep both. Actually, I might keep both because I might put one in my journal, and then I'll keep the one card maybe as a reference for like, hey, you can use this way if you want to. So again, there's the other one. And like, look at this first card, 501. What a beautiful sunset. I actually saw a sunset like this tonight because I was taking my child to, we went to go see Emily Calandrelli tonight. She is the 100th woman in space, and she is a science educator. She had a Netflix show called Emily's Wonder Lab, and she's an amazing scientist, astronaut, like all over cool person. And so that's what I did tonight. But yeah. So these are so fun. So you know what they are. I won't keep going on about them. I will move on. So what I have for you next, I'll do the thrift haul last. I did a little, this is kind of thrifty in that it's like a discounty kind of thing. I got a little order from bookoutlet.com because I had to get some books for my kids. So, you know, you got to get the free shipping. And I always want books. So, you know, I'm a book goblin. I can't lie. So this is an exciting one. The Botanist's Library, the most important botanical books in history by Carolyn Fry and Emma Wayland. So it's a lovely book, looks the same as the jacket. And it is basically like a, you know, a discussion on important, you know, botanical history, illustration kind of book. So I'm really going to read this. I don't think I'll cut it up, even though it's very cut up worthy. We'll see if that ever, maybe it'll happen after I feel like I've read it, I've fully soaked it in, but I need to read it first because this is a topic that fascinates me. And you know, I don't even think there's a lot of reading to do in this book. I think it's literally like the first chapter and then the rest is going to be just little information plays. Oh, I lie. There's more words here. Maybe I'm just I'm convincing myself to cut it up, but yeah, it's a beautiful book. So, yeah, it talks about like lots of, you know, featuring key botanical works such as India's Vedas. Let me see. In Search of Flowers by Margaret Mee, Himalayan Journals, Joseph Hooker, Botany for Ladies, Jane Loudon, Onzo Zufu, Botanical Atlas by Iwasaki Tsunemasa, the Orchidaceae by James Bateman, of Mexico and Guatemala by James Bateman, Flora Gracia, the Flora of Greece by John Sibthorpe, and so on. There's a whole list of them. So like amazing plates, lots of good history, lots of good pictures. So yeah, that will go upstairs to my bedroom where I will read it. Then this one, another reading book, but I think also one that can inspire some creativity. So this is Mother the Mountain, The Art of Living with Nature by Anastasia and Julia Vanderbilt. This is a book outlet. Get $10 off your first stack. I may use those, who knows. I don't need any books right now. I just did the little fill in the gap when I order books for my kids for birthdays and Christmas. So this is kind of just about connecting with nature and like women's lives, monotony and spontaneity, childlike wonder. These things are very close to my heart, you know, seasons of the self. And I think this is just exactly what I need when I feel very wound up. It's this kind of thought process. I could see myself literally just going outside and reading with this book somewhere and just having some time. Regenerative sewing, earth practices, collective care, the fire, the secret of giving. I think it also kind of connects with what I'm studying right now, which is a lot of like indigenous inspired reciprocity. And like, I don't know, it's just very calming. So yeah, highly interested in reading that one. And on the topic of stickers, Green Witch's Sticker Book, 600 Enchanting Stickers inspired by green magic. So this is the same sort of format in that it's stickers and then a page like in between that is interesting. These are very fun and witchy, and I can't really necessarily detect that they're AI slop. I don't believe they are. I think they look very hand-drawn. We've got some quotes. And I guess I could look here. Inspired by green, yeah, illustrated by Sarah Richard. So yeah, they are illustrated. And we have a toad. We have a celestial toad. How lovely. Mushrooms. Lots of mushrooms and nice quotes. Celestial. Labels, like herbal labels. All green witchy things, which very much love. Okay. So 2 good sticker books, yay. Then I got this, Collage the Botanical World, 1,000 fantastic and floral images to cut out in collage, with collaging tips from Katie McNulty. So there's lots of good stuff in here, and I'd say it's quite nice and varied. Like here we have a photograph, you know, we have some large photos, good pages for journals, good backgrounds for collage, not just fussy cuts, but actual backgrounds. So we could do some fun stuff with this. And then what I also like is there's multiples. Because sometimes you see something like this gnome and you're like, oh, why is there only one, you know? So it's kind of nice to have a few pages with multiples. It's got some black and white, lots of mushrooms. Lots and lots of mushrooms and leaves. Fish and frogs and toads and bugs. Dragonflies and beetles and fish, butterflies and moths, turtles, owls, penguins, hummingbirds, some different animals. These are all like from vintage illustration collections. Some Audubon birds, fruit and veg. Yeah. More flowers, orchids and roses and daffodils, poppies and more roses. Yeah, so that's a fun one. RHS, is that the RHS Lindsay Library? Yes. Cool. And then I got this book, A Field Guide to Autumn, Play and Learn in Nature. It's a Tamsin Hudson book by Gabby, Donna and Dorian Browers. These books exist for all seasons. This is from 2024. And it's a nice little book for like, I think I have a couple others of these that I got for homeschool, but I didn't have this autumn one. So I thought I might just kind of go through it, read it, see what I want to do with kids. If there's anything good, you know, I'll do that kind of thing, and maybe do a little nature study, and then who knows, we may cut it up, we may not. And then this book, this is Witchcraft, A Graphic History, Stories of Wise Women, Healers, and Magic by Lindsay Squire and Lisa Salsi. This is a graphic novel, and yeah, I want to read it. It's been a little while since I read a graphic novel, so I thought, let's read a graphic novel. Because my TBR list is not long enough. I also got this, The Dead of Winter, Beware the Krampus and Other Wicked Christmas Creatures by Sarah Clegg. I love Sarah Clegg, and this book just looks so fun. I can't wait. I need to get reading. I have been reading a lot of like, well, I'm always reading a ton of children's books because that's my life, and yeah, I've been reading the same book like for so long now. I need to finish it. Like I can't get anything done. And then I got this, Mary Oliver, A Poetry Handbook, A Prose Guide to Understanding and Writing Poetry. So Mary Oliver is by far one of my favorite poets. She passed away in 2019, but she was an American poet, and absolutely love her poetry. And I've been writing a lot of my own poetry, yet to share a whole lot of it yet. I may do so on Patreon. I think probably I'm going to release like a novella or something of my poetry. But I am so interested to not just read her poetry, but her tips on writing poetry. So then one last thing from Book Outlet, and then I'll move on to the actual thrifted goods. This is Open This Box and Make Some Art, illustrated by Gorky, whoever Gorky is. So this is like a fun thing I thought we could maybe even do here on the channel. It started with a urinal. This doesn't bode well. 40 playful artworks you can do. So there's a little guide here to, you know, how to use this. And then inside the box, we have this, which are the cards. So Here's an example. Make a Dada poem using only newspaper and scissors. What to do? Tristan Tzara, a founding member of Dada, a key early 20th century creative movement that prized nonsense and intuition over reason and logic, proposed a simple way of creating poems. Budding Dadaists were instructed to find any newspaper article and to cut it up into its separate words. They were then to place the words in a bag and draw them out blindly and at random to form a poem. Follow the formula to create your own verse. Creative takeaway: creativity doesn't have to be rigid or always to make immediate sense. Embrace the chance and you might be surprised at how liberating the results can be. So that's kind of a cool way, right, to think about doing stuff. Like we've done blackout poetry here on this channel. I think I do a lot of word snippet kind of poetry, verses for, ephemera making, but like this is another way of looking at it. So that's just one idea from this box of 40 ideas. Okay, let me get my bag. Oh, Thrift. It's just one bag, but 'tis a mighty bag. I did, again, not intend to go thrifting, but I ended up doing so because I had to take donations, and then my son was like, I want to go shopping. So we did, and here we are. So my daughter's birthday's coming up, and you guys don't tell her, but I actually got her, I'm going old school. I got her a portable CD player with a case that goes on her waist and some Bluetooth headphones that are kitty cat headphones. And I found this in the thrift store and it was brand new. So like the idea is we like to go thrifting together. So she's got this new audiophile CD wallet and it's so cool and it matches. She's really into iridescent right now, so I got this for 50 cents and I'm just gonna toss it in with the stuff that I bought her because I think she's gonna think it's very cool. So yeah, the idea is gonna be fun. Like I'm gonna provide her a bunch of like thrifted kind of CDs that I think are essential listening for a young woman growing into, her music kind of taste. And every time we go thrifting, I'm going to be like, let's get a CD, or it'll learn something new. Like today it could be, classical, or it might be, some heavy metal, who knows, right? So I just want her to like discover that way. I think it's going to be fun. So then I got this. It is a pillowcase, but it's very folk arty and it is embroidered and it is on some lovely linen. So yeah, what a lovely little find for $1. So that would be a beautiful journal cover, or patches, to make a journal cover. Very fun. Then, okay, so this thrift store for the last, like this is not an example, but the last couple times I've gone there, they have had like some kind of a scrapbooker's clean out. I don't know what, but that's why I bought stuff. So I got this. I do not support Uline as a company. I would never buy anything from them directly. They're a terrible company ethically. So we'll throw that away. This is just, I guess, a card. But anyways, this is a whole container of these little like laminated double-sided card holders. And so in Junk Journal Round Robin, Shell, I believe, sent me one of these, and I, as she said, put it through the ringer, which totally cracked me up, using alcohol, ink, and heat, and I just really fell in love with how it looks, and so like I want to do more of them, and this was at the thrift store, so there we go. And then I got this. It's just a little chipboard shape of this kind of like almost fencing looking stuff. And I think I'll probably use it, to be honest. It's from Crafter Square, so it's like a dollar store kind of thing. I'm probably going to put it in with my my jelly printing masks, because the more this gets more and more paint on it, the harder it's going to get, so we can use it again and again for printing. So there's that. Put that here so that I put it where I intend to. Okay guys, then, oops. Okay, this, okay. So this is a set of dies, and I don't know if this is, I don't think this is the right container, but this was in, like this was in this sleeve. See, this sleeve's open, and it was in here. So I paid $1 for it, but I don't think this is Fun Folds. I think this is something else, because it's flowers, a mushroom, leaves and a butterfly. It's not, I don't think it's fun folds. It doesn't make sense, but I think sometimes they just kind of like, they get a collection of things like this. And this is a magnet that all these dies are on. And then they're like, let's just try to, you know, put these in whatever the containers are. And these are neat looking magnets for these dies. So there's that. Then I got this. This is from Magic Scraps. Kaleidoscope Minis. So I like these little frames. They look like slides, and then they've got like some birthday wish kind of stuff in the background that I don't know that I'll use it. Then we have this that says Never Lose Hope, and it is like a stamp set. I got it, so this is Each Day is a New Beginning, Never Lose Hope, Hello Friends, Spread Your Wings and Fly. I'm not into all those sentiments really, but I want the butterfly stamps because I love this really speckly butterfly. So, yeah, and everything green tag like this was 50% off. It was green tag sale day, which is like my favorite sale day of the color tags because I always buy green tag stuff. I don't know why, but most of what I tend to get is green tag or blue tag. Okay, so this one also is $2. It's brand new. Never been opened, this one. This is from Brutus Monroe Occasional Tags die set, 27 pieces. So there's some little like seasonal kind of dies, right? Candy cane, wreath, present, balloon, like trees, probably like travel, vacation, candles, gender symbols, like that kind of stuff, you know. Like, but there's some cool like leaves and cherries, but I really like the tags, and I really like this pocket and these little things. And then there's also just other stuff in here by the looks of it. Like, it looks like there's other paper or something in here. What's this? What's this? Okay, so please use code SCTFALL for 15% off your purchase. This is like some weird, fun, sparkly paper. I think this is like a sticker, puffy sticker sheet. That one, same. Oh, and there's stamps in here. Cute birthday stuff and balloons. It's kind of cute. I don't know if I'll ever need balloons for anything. I'm very anti-balloon. With that being said, it's a stamp. And this one also is $2, and it's pretty cool. Designed by Golden Wood Co. for Studio Calico, and it says these are the days, and it's kind of like a planner set. Today noted, what a wonderful day, tomorrow's a new day. But I like the stamps that are like these strips of dots and things for like different kind of journaling, and the squares. And then there's this kind of grid paper back here that's neat. Okay. Then this is Altinoo. This one was $4. It was not green tag sale. So I got it anyway though, because I just really liked the big, huge flower. And there's things like make my heart smile, you are loved, you are enough, you are cherished, wedding, blah blah blah, all those sentimental things. 2023 Bold Bouquet is the name. Bouquet. And then this one was $2. This is a Lavinia stamp, and also it comes in this nice, these acetate pouches. Like, these are pretty awesome, and I don't know if they came with the stamp thing. I think they must have, because they feel like a scrapbooker or a stamper's kind of supply rather than something the thrift store would just have on hand. Oh, I hate these stickers. Urgh. Okay, but anyways, let's move on. This is a Lavinia stamp. It's never been used, and it is the house. I've seen these Lavinia stamps in different places. I know that like there's like rip-offs of them too, so I don't know if they're legit or not, or if like they're I don't know. I've seen rip-offs on them on a video about like AliExpress, or, you know, as I call Teamy Pee-Poo. I don't like it. They're ripping people off. Like, I know that they've been ripped off. This is a chair die on a little magnet, and it was $3. I love it. I love the little magnet too. It's just a little, like, you know, we call them Muskoka chairs here in Canada. I know in the US they call them by some other name. I forget that name. But it's like another, like a place, like kind of like we call them Muskoka chairs because that's cottage. That's one of our several cottage countries, and I think there's a similar like place name for them in the US, those wooden chairs. And then a stamp set from Forever in Time, Papercraft Collection, clear stamps. And these are all different owls, and some of them I love and some of them I don't love. I love this one, this one, this one. The one in the cage is interesting. I think I could probably do something with that, but they're just great silicone stamps. And then I got this little bag of gold. See these like little gold cherry stems? They're just like little die cut, you know, foily cherry stems, and that was 50 cents. And this was $1, Simply Stencils by Plaid. And it's like those nice frames, right? So you can make nice frames with that. And I think I'll put that with my jelly printing stencils. And then another stamp set that was $2. It's called Fireworks. According to the label that they've put on this lovely envelope. Who is this by? Pyrotechnics? The Ton, it says. So see, it's all different fireworks, but I thought you could use these for a lot of different things, like florals, the centers for flowers, just texture in general. And then this goes with, remember those random dies? I just realized this because I just saw the mushroom. This goes together with this. And there's one of the dies there, right there too, from that same collection. So I'll just keep these together. You see there's the butterfly, the flower, the mushroom. Yeah, that's cool. Okay, so yeah, that's that. So yeah, we've got the dies. That's pretty cool. And I've got it backwards. I'm sorry. Beauty is everywhere. Smile always. You are a treasure. I don't know like where these are from, but yeah, it's a nice collection. And then there was this random mystery bag that I paid $1.50. And, you know, I thought there's got to be something cool in here. I liked these wreath things, so let's open it up. I did not open it in the store because I'm not that much of a bad influence. Okay. There are times I do open things though, like if they're a little more pricey and I'm like, I'm not getting ripped off. Ever since I bought like playing cards that weren't what I thought, I'm like, we're not doing that again. So these are dies. Looks like 3 different kinds of leaves. That's cool. I might just pop them right in here with this because it's the same kind of thing. Then this is, I think, rub-ons. Yep. And there's more than one page. There's 3 pages of rub-ons and a stencil with little flowers. So I think I'll just keep that together. Oh my gosh, these go. No, these go with this. Look at those cool stamps. This is, again, this Brutus Monroe. Never heard of Brutus Monroe. But look, it's the 3. There's 3 of them. There should be a 4th, but I guess the 4th might be lost. The little one. Don't care, to be honest. Or is that the one that I put in here? The extra? No. No, it's not in here. That's okay. So it's just missing this little one. But these go together. That's so nice. Look at the veins. Aren't those beautiful? Oh, love it. So I'll just put this inside here so I keep them together. Okay. And then these are rub-ons and stencil, leaf stencil. Can you see the stencil there on top of the rub-on sheet? And there's like text. So nice. Wow. And then more dies. Okay. These go with this. Okay. This is a crazy deal. Goodness me. I almost feel evil for getting such a good deal here. Because I promise I don't I don't break into scrapbookers' houses and make them donate their stuff. I just find it You make me smile. Hello, my friend. Today's a new day. Today we celebrate. I love these wreaths. These are cool. So I'll just stick those in there too. I've never heard of Brutus Monroe before, and this was made in 2024. I have no clue where these come from. Maybe they're from like scrapbooking magazine packages or something that you see in bookstores. I don't know. Okay. Then, oh yeah, okay. Oh yeah, and we have some more dies. I don't know necessarily what these are, but they were $2. So I got them because I like these patterns. See those? Aren't those cool? And I think this says Mary. Yeah, Mary. And then there's the cutout for Mary. So like you could create the word Mary like Merry Christmas. And that's fine. That's cute. And this was $2. And I don't know. Oh yeah, so it's called Artist Anne. I didn't even open it, so I don't even necessarily know what's in here, okay? So we've got a couple of little die cut pieces. I guess this is Artist Anne and her little background. And there is a stamp of her. Happy day. It's your special day. Hello, friend. Hi, thanks. And she's got an easel and her. That's pretty cute. I could definitely use that. That's really cute. And it has a magnet that has the dies. So it's like a whole kit, you know? That's pretty cool. And definitely like a great value. These are Hero Arts pouches too, which is kind of cool. I'm honestly so bad at closing them though, I swear. I don't understand how to do it properly. I can never tell if you're like supposed to put it down. I don't think so. I think it's always supposed to go up and you like slide this part in here, but it never goes in easily for me. There we go. Now it's in. I like to create problems for myself. So yeah, that whole collection, $2. You know, it's not something that I would probably buy new, like if it were, you know, it's normal price, but I will use it. This is another Lavinia stamp in one of these nice pockets with this horrible sticker. This is little pine cones. So cute. Again, the mysterious origin of the Lavinia stamp, I don't know. And then I found these numbers. So Natasha Numbers Jumbo, 10 stamps. So it's like numbers 1 through 7 plus a 0. This is interesting. Oh no, is there an 8 there? I think there's no 9. That's interesting. I guess you can use the 6 upside down as the 9. That's the idea. This is Little Darlings rubber stamps. Yeah, so you would use the 6 as the 9 as well. It also has a dot, like if you're creating either numbers or time and you needed like a dot. Another Lavinia stamp. I thought this one was cute. It's a unicorn. It was $3 because it did not have a green sticker. Super cute. Never used unicorn. I have to have a stamping day. I've got all these stamps. Okay, and then I got one Altenew embossing folder. I'm going to open this up. I don't keep the packages. I keep all my embossing folders in one basket. I don't have a lot of embossing folders. I have a few. That's the pattern of it. It's like flowers and leaves. Botanical 3D embossing folders. Yay. Yeah, so it's a nice wide one. Pretty nice. I'll be happy to use that. Okay. And then I got this little stencil for 50 cents. It's just a Simon Says Create, I think. Oops. I don't know. It's from 2022. I'll put that with my stencils. Oh yeah, and then this is Botanical Duo, and it's a set of dies in a Hero Arts pouch, and these look really, really nice. just going to pull the sticker off because it's over the Hero Arts thing. It's $2, and there is a hair that does not belong to me. I think it might be my husband's, actually. Okay. Look at those. Aren't those cool? That's such a neat texture. They're from Gina K Designs. Botanical Duo. Very stylish, like interesting. Okay. Yeah, I want to use those. So I'm thinking about, like, that would be nice in a project that I'm working on. Okay. And then the very last thing, I think, which has absolutely nothing at all to do with paper. It's just a Pyrex bowl. And it's in a color that I don't think I have. I'm pretty sure I don't have it. My husband's like, I don't think you have it. So I got it because I don't have it. I have a big Pyrex collection. I collected Pyrex like for many years before it was popular. And I'm so glad I did because the price of it now is just, it's crazy. And I have this lovely teal cabinet in my dining room, which used to be my Pyrex cabinet. Now it's turned, well, first it turned into my children's homeschool storage cabinet, but now it's become like the cabinet of like baskets where we have like things for scouting, things for this child's school, that child's school, this kid's program. Like it's become like the place to put baskets to organize programming in. So one day I'll get back to displaying my lovely Pyrex dishes, but that day is not today. So that's it for me for now. Thanks for hanging out with me. I know this is a bit of a longer video, but I think most folks kind of like these videos, so I think that'll be okay. Anyhow, you have a great day, and until next time, I hope the thrifting fairies are with you. Bye for now.